What if I told you that America's most despised airline somehow transformed into the nation's top-rated carrier? Picture this, an airline so notorious that passengers would rather ship themselves in a cardboard box than step aboard their aircraft. Yet in 2025, this very same company received the highest rankings across 14 different performance metrics. This is the remarkable story of Spirit Airlines, a company that went from being the aviation industry's biggest punchline to its most surprising success story. Today we'll uncover the secrets behind one of the most dramatic corporate transformations in modern business history, exploring how a company can completely reinvent itself against seemingly impossible odds. The email that changed everything. Our story begins in 2007 with a single email that would define Spirit Airlines' reputation for years to come. An angry passenger had written to complain about a delayed flight that ruined their vacation plans. What happened next became legendary in the worst possible way. Spirit's CEO Ben Baldonza received the forwarded complaint and decided to respond via his BlackBerry. However, Baldonza made a critical mistake. He accidentally included the customer in his reply. His message was brutally honest. "We owe him nothing as far as I'm concerned. Let him tell the world how bad we are. He's never flown us before anyway, and he'll be back when we save him a penny." This single moment captured the essence of Spirit's corporate philosophy at the time, revealing an attitude that would dominate the company's operations for nearly a decade. The fee revolution in 2010, Spirit Airlines made a decision that would forever change the aviation landscape. They became the first major U.S. carrier to charge passengers for carry-on luggage, breaking decades of industry tradition. This bold move was unjust about generating extra revenue. It represented a complete reimagining of how airlines could operate and price their services. The strategy was brilliantly simple yet controversial. Advertise the lowest possible base fare, then charge for absolutely everything else. By 2013, Spirit had implemented an astounding 70 different types of fees. Passengers paid to check bags, print boarding passes, select seats, purchase water, and even change flights. Within just 3 years, an remarkable 38.5% of Spirit's total revenue came from these additional charges rather than ticket sales themselves. The sardine can experience. Spirit's cost-cutting measures extended far beyond creative fee structures into the very DNA of passenger comfort. While industry-standard seat pitch measured 32 inches considered the minimum space humans need to sit without complete misery, Spirit reduced theirs to just 28 inches with zero recline capability. Their philosophy was clear: maximize passenger capacity at any cost to comfort. Consider this startling comparison. When other airlines configured an Airbus A319 with approximately 125 to 126 seats, Spirit crammed in 145 passengers, the absolute maximum allowed by Federal Aviation Administration regulations. They literally redefined the flying experience, transforming aircraft into flying buses, where space was the ultimate luxury. Every inch mattered when profit margins depended on fitting as many paying customers as possible into each flight. The breaking point crisis. Behind Spirit's packed cabins lurked an operational nightmare waiting to explode. While major competitors like U.S. Airways maintained an average of 13 spare aircraft for emergencies, Spirit operated with exactly 0 backup planes. This razor-thin operational model meant that any disruption could trigger a complete system collapse, stranding thousands of passengers without alternatives. The inevitable disaster struck in 2010 when Spirit's pilots went on strike after years of stalled contract negotiations. The airline didn't just delay flights, they canceled everything for days. Without backup aircraft, partner airlines, or contingency plans, Spirit left passengers completely stranded. This wasn't budget airline service. This was corporate chaos masquerading as a business model that prioritized immediate profits over basic operational reliability. The reputation disaster. The consequences of Spirit's aggressive cost-cutting became impossible to ignore when examining Department of Transportation data. In April 2015, Spirit achieved an abysmal on-time arrival rate of just 74.7%, meaning more than 1 in 4 flights arrived late. Their cancellation rate hit 3%, the highest among all U.S. carriers that month, leaving passengers frustrated and uncertain about their travel plans. The customer complaint statistics painted an even darker picture. Between 2009 and 2013, Spirit averaged 8 complaints per 100,000 passengers, 3 to 4 times the industry standard. These weren't minor grievances about peanut quality. These were fundamental failures in basic airline operations. By October 2015, Spirit's stock price had plummeted 50%, reflecting investor concerns about the company's toxic reputation and unsustainable business practices. The Great Reset in 2016, Spirit Airlines hit the reset button with new leadership under CEO Bob Fett, who brought a revolutionary concept. Customers shouldn't have to choose between affordability and quality. The transformation began with addressing their most critical operational flaw: scheduling. Previously, Spirit scheduled flights with impossible turnaround times, like landing at 3 p.m. and departing again at 3:30 p.m., creating inevitable delays. The new approach added buffer time between flights and hired additional crew members to ensure smoother transitions. More importantly, executive compensation became directly tied to safety and on-time performance through bonus structures. Suddenly, delays didn't just frustrate passengers, they impacted leadership wallets. However, these improvements came with immediate costs. Earnings per share dropped 25% and operating margins fell from 22.8% to 16.2% as the company invested in sustainable operations over short-term profits. The remarkable infrastructure transformation, Spirit's operational improvements extended far beyond scheduling and leadership changes. They achieved an impressive 89% on-time arrival rate, jumping from dead last to first place among U.S. carriers. Customer complaints, which once exceeded industry averages by 17 per 100,000 passengers, had shrunk to just 3 above average. The airline introduced lighter, more comfortable seats with curved designs that provided 2 extra inches of knee space without changing overall pitch. Spirit became the first ultra-low-cost carrier to offer high-speed Wi-Fi fleet-wide by 2022, added 24/7 WhatsApp customer support, and completely overhauled their loyalty program with non-expiring points and meaningful rewards. They invested in one of the youngest aircraft fleets in America, with planes averaging just 5.93 years old by 2025. These comprehensive improvements laid the groundwork for their eventual recognition, proving that sustainable transformation requires investment in every aspect of customer experience. Join the World Documentaries family by subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Share your thoughts about Spirit's incredible transformation in the comments below. Have you experienced their improved service firsthand? What other companies do you think deserve a second chance? Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed learning about one of aviation's most remarkable turnaround stories, and stay tuned for more fascinating documentaries that explore the hidden stories behind the brands we think we know.